Well, well, well. How's it going out there today, boys and girls in sporting land? This is JPC Sports, your home of the Common Joe and the Common Sally in the know. Even more so than those media talking heads. Always have to get that in there. Now, if you guys don't like that phrase, just let me know and I'll come up with a new one for us. But today, what we got going on is the Clemson Tigers got a little bit of controversy going on in two different directions. Um, Dabo has basically come out and said that he supports the BLM, but he doesn't support their political agenda. And then, of course, we have Demarcus Bowman transferring out right after all this happens, which sort of awkward and coincidental, maybe all at the same time. But before we go in depth upon this, and I'll tell you why I think that Demarcus Bowman transferred and why Dabo is being the way he is about the BLM. I'd like to ask you guys and gals to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Subscriptions are most important, so if you'll subscribe to this channel, it doesn't take long. Hit the bell, and it just notifies you as to when I'm up and on the air. Now, back to the main course. These coaches, man, they just don't learn. I've even called out Nick Saban on this whole thing. And of course, people call me racist and bigot and all that stuff just because I have a discerning opinion that's not of their opinion. But Dabo fails to realize, just like Nick Saban, is just because it says black and Black Lives Matter doesn't mean they have the well-being in mind for the black race. And it's been shown numerous times because here recently, one of their upper management people got arrested for inappropriate funds, basically using the money for stuff he wasn't supposed to use it for. So, with that being said, Dabo says that he supports Black Lives Matter, but he doesn't support the political agenda. Well, I just want to make this abundantly clear for you, Dabo. All that is double talk on your part. That's you riding the fence, basically, and you patronizing and pacifying your black athletes, which is an insult to some of them. And you are going to find that out very soon, that not all black athletes are fooled up by Black Lives Matter. A lot of them don't support Black Lives Matter. They don't come out and say it because they don't want to be derided as an Uncle Tom or whatever it is that they're going to call you these days. They're going to call you some kind of name if you don't agree with their liberal hidden agenda. So, Dabo, here it is, man. You saying that you support Black Lives Matter, but you don't support the political agenda would basically be like someone saying they support the KKK, but they don't support racism. It just don't gel, man. It's disingenuous. It's abundantly transparent that what you guys are doing. Now, a lot of people aren't going to admit to it, and they're not going to agree with me only because they're afraid of being called names, and they're afraid of looking like they're not loyal to their team or loyal to the coach. But you're insulting the intelligence of a lot of fine black men out there by just saying that. You can't have one or the you can't say that you support something and then you don't support it, because Black Lives Matter is a political group, basically. So you need to make your mind up and stand your ground and be genuine. Because at first, some of these players might bolt on you and they might rebel against you, but in the end, when they realize that you're just being honest with them and you're not placating and you're not patronizing them and that you're looking out for their actual well-being, then they'll come around and they'll see you as a good person and a good man that was put in a very tight spot and a very bad spot that he should never have been put in because of all this hullabaloo going around with COVID-19 and a lot of the liberal crap and the ones that hijacked my former Democratic Party and the BLM, Antifa, and even some of the white racist organizations like KKK and the skinheads. All these organizations You don't have to say that you support one or the other. You can just say, hey, look, this is what I believe, and this is what I stand by, and stand by it. And don't say that you support something, but you don't support something. All you're doing is talking out both sides of your mouth, in my opinion. And one more thing before I get off of here. Rumor has it from some of the people that I've talked to, and I'm not going to mention any names, and from what I've read and heard, it's in my opinion that Bowman, whose grandfather passed away, that's why he come to play for Clemson supposedly, so he could play in front of his ailing grandfather, had other reasons as well for transferring. He was not a real big supporter of the BLM, in my opinion, and he really didn't care for the double talk and the both sides of talking out of the mouth that Dabo was doing. He's seen right through it. So that needs to be a lesson to you, Dabo, and Nick Saban, Ryan Day, all you great coaches that you think you can just go out there and blindly say you follow something and do it just because you want to make sure you get that recruit or you get them to stay. There's a lot of fine young black men out there that are smart enough to see through that. And that's what you need to realize. You need to quit being disingenuous and support who you say you're going to support. If you want to support the Black Lives Matter, that's your opinion. Go ahead. But don't say you support Black Lives Matter, but you really don't support their agenda, because they're one and the same. That'd be like me saying I love Alabama football and I support their football team, but I don't support their them wanting to go to the national championship playoff. They're one and the same, brother. So quit riding the fence, all of you, because you're just insulting the intelligence of these athletes. And that's all I got to say about that. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, KMCA to all your teams.